much better start.
That was great. By comparison.
I can actually hear Jeff.
I was off beat.
We're on a much worse start. I can hear Jeff.
You can hear me? Oh, gross.
Hey everybody! Welcome back to Torchlit Tavern. We are a real play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast. We focus on narrative and storytelling, almost to the point where I feel like we're avoiding the real play part. None of this dice rolling shit. We're gonna act it out. We're coming up on the end, and the light at the end of the tunnel. I see the end of this story. Today, I am your master planner. I'm feeling like all of my plans are coming to fruition, and it scares the life out of me. I'm not kidding. Anyway, to my left.
To his left, I'm not gonna roast Jay this time since we are nearing the end, and these last few, I'll be a little kinder to him so he doesn't hurt me.
Do what you must, bud.
Whatever makes me feel better at night.
Yeah, right.
But it's Randall back again, playing Dylan Fisher, the decently good boy, the doing his best boy, and not always succeeding. When you try your best, but you don't succeed. And hopefully today goes well for me.
We shall see.
Oh, God. And to my left...
It is Bobp, played by Strana, once again back from the back end of nowhere, otherwise known as kind of the middle of Oregon. No, actually, it's great. They grow grass where I am. It's beautiful, and I will have some awesome fried calamari later on. So
the world
everything
needs grass.
And fried calamari.
I don't.
Everybody.
I do.
We always talk about fish stew, but I'm actually going to have some. So
Right.
this will continue. I think it'll be awesome. And to keep going, to my left.
Hey gang, it's Ryan, back again, here to play your favorite boy Roy, and we are very soon nearing the end, but I am not afraid of Jay. Jay, you're the worst.
You're so bad, so terrible.
And to my left, no, you don't even get to answer. Shut up, Jay.
All this work I put for you, and that's how we treat me. Okay.
This is the end. My only friend, the end. And to his... I'll try to fix you, is Jeff. Once again, reprising his role as the gentleman, the skeleton, Mr. Grimm.
Keep your fucking hat on. You don't get to doff it anymore.
That's right. I don't have a hat.
Yeah,
Fuck hats.
keep your hat on.
I lost it. I lost my hat in the war.
He took Arrow to the hat. He's going to have to be a town
I'm
guard.
hatless today. Fuck.
Oh. Too cruel.
Don't put that curse on me.
Too cruel.
With all that being said, thanks again for joining us and being along on this wonderful journey that we're on. And as we approach the end, we are still so grateful to every single one of you for listening. And to that end, if you want to interact with us even more, you can interact with us several different ways. We have a Facebook, a Twitter, and an Instagram, all of which are relatively same. What do you look for when you're trying to find those?
You look for Torchlit Tavern.
And if you're on any of those things, you can help spread word of us with the hashtag. What's the hashtag?
The hashtag also happens to be Torchlit Tavern.
Or TTCast. That's right, TittyCast if you're nasty. And finally, well, not finally, we actually have two other things. If you want to just check us out on the internet, we have a website. Tell them about the website.
www.torchlittavern.com.
Real talk,
And
if you Google us, we are like the first 3 pages.
It is
kind of wild.
100%. It's us.
It is awesome, especially when I forget how to spell things.
Of course. And if you want to give us a little bit more, give us a little bit of that sweet, sweet moolah, you can do that with our Patreon. What's our Patreon?
This is www.patreon.com/Torchlit Tavern.
That's all the ways you can reach us, touch us, and interact with us. And we can't wait to do that with all of you in every way possible. Please remember to like, share, rate, review, and of course, enjoy. Let's crack into this. Last time on Torchlit Tavern.
Yeah, I was just going to wait till you figured out what you needed to do for me. All right. After the battle against the Fists of Newman, in which they had lost the Mantle of Spring, our heroes had been cast out from the Dwarven settlement and had taken a defeated ride topside in an old wooden elevator. When they came topside, they found the refugees, led by Granlin and the Sisters of Vespra, and began their arguments with the nobility and rich who intended to keep them away. The party helped soothe and outright bully the entitled into behaving, and then everyone set about repairing the elevators and helping the injured and tired. As the time went on, Grimm assembled a war council of Darius, Mullion, Granlin, and others, as well as the group, to try to decide what they would do next. Grimm decided to contact the Church of Moors, only to hear that they were in trouble in what was left of unflooded Goblin District, and Dylan was told by Daedalus that his adopted daughter Julie was last seen at the castle. The party was deciding to split up again.
All right, so we have friends with the Moors, and I have friends or enemies entrenching them. I think something must be done for the sake of helping our plan, and furthermore, for the sake of gathering more resources. Roy,
Yeah,
are you willing to come with me?
of course. These, kind of pertains to me too, I guess, now. We are of that world now, so I guess I should, go along too.
Yes. Let us confront our brethren.
Roy, you're of both worlds nowadays.
Well, I gotta try and take care of both of them.
Well, unless there's anyone else here that will be joining us. Dylan,
Yep.
good luck.
You guys go save the world.
On the other side, then.
Hopefully.
At this time, you guys start to hear the rattle of chains, and you realize that the elevator is going down. A few minutes later, it starts to head up. Somebody's got it working again. Everybody's kind of has turned their heads to see what's going on. As the elevator comes back up, one of the first people off of it is Bobp.
Lads.
Bobp, you see the group sort of gathered behind this crowd over near some stalls. Like, as everybody sort of starts jostling forward, and a bunch of Dwarven guard immediately move forward to start, like, kind of stopping people from rushing this elevator. They sort of form a line.
Question, are we outside currently, or are we underground?
You are outside.
Okay, just making sure. I need to know for, Foley reasons.
I
Okay.
Yeah. So,
believe
yeah,
we're
so Bobp...
outside in the rain above ground.
Cool.
So yeah, Bobp, you step out, and basically just to tell you where you are, because we've had you weren't with us for an episode or two. You have been sent up here to organize and control and keep everything calm, make sure that they get going, to get people on to start filtering into this elevator. You have been told to just make sure it is orderly. Your Thane did talk to King Roland, and he has allowed people to come on, but he is prioritizing sick and injured first.
Okay. Come on, everyone. Just follow the lights.
As you say this, a bunch of the guards all crack tinder sun rods.
Follow along with them. Yes, you and yes, follow him. Keep going. Good.
Excuse me.
shuffling.
I'm very important. I own a big business. I employ a lot of people. I need to be up for it. Me and my family. We are first. We are important.
Didn't we already go over this?
Roll intimidate.
13 naturally plus, so 17.
He immediately kind of kowtows, and between Bob's stern gaze and Dylan's yell from the back, and then you see a bunch of people push forward with, like, children and women, people who were hurt in the Exodus, and you guys start this process.
Good.
People are fairly calm about this. No one's been under attack. This has been a safe area. Bobp, what do you do?
You're healthy. Let the ones hurt through. Let the ones who carry the hurt through. Then the women and the children. And then you may come. If you truly value everyone's lives, keep it orderly as we have come down here.
The merchant that you guys spoke to earlier, he says, so if I'm carrying someone who's injured, I can make it on the first ride?
Stop it, Billy Zane. Get in line, fucker.
He looks around, and the first one he sees is an orc with a broken ankle.
Oh, I'm watching him now.
If you're truly helping
You can
them.
go ahead and carry someone in, and then you can turn around and come carry somebody else in.
Oh yeah, if you're strong enough.
It means you have a good
That's
back
actually a
and
good
shoulders. That is a good plan, Dylan. I like it.
Yeah, I made that plan.
Yeah, that was Dylan's idea. Yeah.
This guy's been browbeat so hard. Unless somebody wants to put a little English on it.
I'll do it.
I need a muffin.
That is 9 plus 9 intimidation.
Jesus.
Just fucking everybody lays into him, and he's like, I will carry anyone who needs it.
There we go.
Attaboy.
And he picks up the orc. He gets a sour look on his face, but the orc holds him tight and says, thank you. Hey, thanks, man. And he puts him on, and then like everybody's staring at him, and he walks back out, and he goes and he looks for somebody else toward the back of the group, and he does that. As he does it, you see, like, immediately he realizes that these people, like, the moment you're confronted with the fact that these people are hurt, you know, even an asshole can figure it out, you know. You see that he starts doing it with a bit of a will, even though it might be something that he thought of as distasteful. You can see that he starts putting his mind to it.
Man, this really is a fantasy game.
It is. Let's embrace it. People can learn their lessons in a day.
A city isn't built from one stone.
Man, I love fantasy.
So great to play pretend.
And because I don't want to lose Bobp to being a civil servant for the rest of this episode, Bobp, you feel like this is under control. Not to mention Granlin, the Sisters of Espra, and several of your, like, Dwarven underlings that came with you definitely have it. The main group, you've heard Dylan and Roy both yell at somebody. You know where they are.
So, Dylan, what's next up?
Well, you know, save my daughter, save some people, try and do my best.
So what jaws of fate are you going into?
Oh, I'm going to the castle. I'm gonna go talk shit to a devil again.
Huh. You know, Roy,
Yeah.
do you think you and Grimm have things with whatever you're doing? Because it might be best for me to go with Dylan. After all, I have connections in the castle. I might not know it like
What?
the back of my hand.
Yeah, we probably got it. I mean, worst comes to worst, we don't, and the world ends. But we'll take care of it. Don't worry about it.
Wait,
Well, you have to remember,
This is,
I'm always just a message away.
This concerns us more than you anyway.
how do you have connections in the castle?
How many orphans did I raise out of poverty, Dylan?
I
Fistful
don't know.
upon fistful.
Willie says, yeah, no, a lot of friends of mine got jobs in the castle because of Bobp.
How did I not know this?
Yes, we've run into several of those children.
Dylan, as the humans say, 2 birds, 1 stone.
Listen, I'm not mad. I'm just surprised. Like, I'm very happy you've done this. Don't get me wrong. Just surprised.
Dylan, I worked in the city for years. Setting up chains of informants occasionally was a necessary act.
What?
And it was at this time when it dawns on Dylan that Bobp is a spy the whole fucking
Oh,
time.
I knew he informed on us. I didn't realize how much he
It
had.
had nothing to do with you while he was here to begin with.
Yeah, like I knew he was, I knew he was working for the Thane and all that. Da 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 da. I didn't realize.
It's like, Dylan, most of the time you're the lesser son of a important noble, granted, but a disgraced son. It's interesting to see how far
I
you've
don't know
come.
why I'm getting hit now.
It's been interesting, I
Okay,
can tell
you
you
know
that
what?
much.
Bobp, I'm supposed to do cold damage.
Yeah, jeez.
Okay.
Fine. All right. Cool. This doesn't affect me anymore. Fuck it. Yeah, sure. You are Boppadopoulos. I will never, ever doubt you again. Fuck it. Let's go. Party time. Let's go talk shit to a devil.
Avil says to you guys, because Bobp can't see her, let Bobp know that if he can join us later, he should. I know he has ways of getting around.
He has ways of getting around?
He turned into a dragon, Dylan.
Well,
You were there, right?
Yeah, but like...
I take
I
it
was
you're
there.
talking to Avil.
Sorry, I honestly forgot. I just assumed he...
Avil says, when you can join us, feel free.
Yeah, let me guess. He has a train under the city like the fucking Santitas place, too.
No, that's flooded.
That's
Is
flood
that what
right
you
now.
call that sausage thing we were riding in? A train?
A train. Well, there was plans.
I like metal sausage better.
I like regular sausage.
Yeah, the fact that the truth is not that far away is what blows the DM's mind right now.
Not that far away. Not that far away at all. Let's put it this way. Tig was very close to what I needed.
Listen, if you have a Tigga wagon under the city, you got it. You legally have to tell me.
Narc.
It's not under the city anymore. It might be in my house.
Oh.
You've been to to my house before. I can't fit a Tagowagon hole.
I didn't think you had connections throughout the entire city, but I was wrong. You think I doubt you anymore?
Remember that explosion?
Alright, cool. Let's go. Fuck. Dylan's gonna walk over to Roy.
Hey, man.
Do you remember... Do you remember when we punked Jen Eric at the gate and we ran after a ship for no reason other than it looked cool?
Yeah, that was,
I don't regret that at all.
Yeah, no, if we had to do it all again, I think I would.
I guess it's a good thing I wasn't the one that hugged Avil.
I would have liked to have seen that, though.
It would have been pretty funny.
Would have been, interesting with your situation at the time.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh. But,
No offense to Dylan, but I'm glad it ended up this way. But trust me, I would have made sure that the fact that that your soul was given away wouldn't have mattered. Just make you fairy. Who cares?
We'll talk later.
Perhaps another time.
Yeah,
I hope.
and I understand I might not be in the city much longer if things go well, so, well, I mean,
Dylan, I'll make sure it's still here when you get back.
yeah, I don't doubt that at all. There's a reason why Bruce gave you his shoes. They fit you a lot better than me.
It's magic, really.
Also, they have a knife in them.
It's more of a, like,
That too.
it's a knife for him. It's more of it's like a long sword for me.
No, in the toe. In the toe.
Oh
there's a
yeah,
knife.
that too. There's two swords in here. It's weird.
I mean, to be fair, Bruce should have, if it was about the knife, he would have given it to Dylan. Dylan obviously collects knives. So,
Fair
But yeah.
enough.
But yeah, Roy, you got this. I just want you to know I believe in you.
Thanks.
This goodbye is sickeningly sweet.
It is. Thank you, Dylan. I need it. But also,
Yeah.
tell Julie I said hi.
Oh, I will. I expect her to have visits.
Well, come on. Time's a wasting, Dylan.
All right, pain in my ass. And Lord Thaddeus Grimm,
Yeah, yes.
it's been an absolute pleasure.
Grimm takes a deep bow. You see him reach for his hat and realize he doesn't have it, but he takes a deep bow and he stands up, ramrod straight as always. He puts a hand on your shoulder and he goes, Dylan, do your best not to die this time. You're not great at doing your best not to die, but do your best this time.
Yeah, no, I will. I got responsibilities I gotta take care of.
Yes.
and friends, says Daedalus and Sandra.
Yeah. Plus, if I even try to remotely die around these two, they will bring me back just to beat my ass.
And besides, I need to put a hammer through a demon's face. He's screwed with my forge.
There's a
The
moment
true
of-
story of vengeance.
There's a moment where Dylan's staring. Yes, that damn demon messed with your forge.
I just cock an eyebrow at Dylan. Give him a slight nod.
But yeah, and Avil, I've never been happier to be so wrong about someone.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys go fuck shit up. Do what you guys do best.
Same to you.
No, you don't want me to do what I do best. I need to do better.
Do something different than what you do best.
Yeah.
Make a new thing your best thing to do.
I agree with you on that one.
All right. The groups separate. Everybody sort of does some goodbye. Mullion pats you on the shoulder. Dylan, he nods at Daedalus. Sandra and Daedalus give you guys like hugs, and everybody says that goodbye that you don't know that it's goodbye, but it could be, and you don't want to have missed the opportunity.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That felt like a punch to my stomach.
Yeah, because everyone's had that moment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So you guys split up, and you guys make your way. You've got Darius and Mullion going with the fairies, and
Hey, Dylan! Don't fuck this up!
Same to you, fucker.
Just as we're kind of starting to walk away, I pull up my shirt and I bring out the broken sword and I look to Evan and I say, "It's been a long time, but can you sharpen this for me? I'm going to need it."
Yeah. The whetstone isn't quite what it used to be, but I'll give it a go.
I appreciate you, friend.
I appreciate you too, Mr. Grimm.
Roy slowly sidesteps away.
Then we keep moving.
I feel that was like really awkward, yeah?
Yes.
Did I miss something?
Oh yeah, he just pulled out his heart and handed it to a person to give him his, like, last order. It was... yeah.
That was a heart? I thought it was a sword.
It's both.
Weird.
It's hard to draw equivalencies, but yeah.
Does it get rusty when he drinks?
I don't know.
I'll ask him later.
Where are we going? What's our plan?
We're going to the Church of Moors.
No.
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 Now, did she say that loud enough for Grimm
Yeah,
to hear?
she's asking Grimm.
Okay. Grimm turns and looks at her and he goes, "Well, apparently there's a little hill with an old house on it. One bigger than a normal house, where all the refugees from Goblin District are held up. That's where we're going."
Yeah, none of you have been there. So a house on a hill. I guess we'll just look for the only place not covered in water?
If it doesn't sound familiar, you, like me, have never been to Bruce's home.
Oh. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, he never really brought us there.
When you say Bruce, Kelrath's ears perk up.
Yeah, no, he's never took us there. He only ever really came to see us at the Tinderbox.
Well, apparently it's about the only part of Goblin District that isn't flooded. So we may need to take rooftops to get there.
Sounds good to me, and I guess I will pop up onto the nearest rooftop.
Who's, like, actually coming with us?
Yeah, because not everyone can do that.
Mullion kind of looks at Darius, who he's helping along, and he looks at him and is like, "I don't know that you're coming with us, boss."
You're the boss.
You know what? Grimm is going to do something weird, but I feel like this is an interesting character moment. Grimm reaches in his pocket, and he pulls out a bottle with a fucking little glowing thing in it. He shakes it. And he goes, "Darius, this might help you.
What is it?
A little bit of Fey. Or more precisely, a little Fey." And he hands it to him. "I don't know if it'll work for you, but you're more than welcome to try."
Someone's gonna need to explain something to me.
Darius kind of shakes it, and it looked like this comprehension kind of goes over his face, and he's like, I need to attune, correct?
"Yes."
He turns to Mullion, he's like, set me down over here, Mullion. I'm going to have a conversation with this little fairy in a bottle, and I'll catch up with you. Real quick, what does that do again?
So what it actually does is it only lets him fly for like 20 feet once a day, and then he can levitate, and he can use feather fall. But that's what it does for me as a real play element. But being that it's kind of also a story element, the way you made it, you can make it do whatever you want. It's
the
you.
bell bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys leave Darius there with this fairy in a bottle. We'll see what that means in the future. That's fucking funny. Shit. That's a big giveaway for Grimm to give too. So, you guys move into the city. You move along the rooftops. It's not too hard. The flooding, you don't even need to hop onto a rooftop yet. Gets worse as you get out of Rich District because it's pretty steep hills through that town. And you guys do end up, and you see just past the castle, everything's underwater. They've built levees and things that make sure that the castle obviously doesn't flood, and the castle's up on a little bit of a hill. I think that you guys would probably actually travel together for a little bit, but like basically branching paths very soon after your goodbyes. As you guys move more...
Are you telling me we had
north.
that awkward moment of
No,
saying
I'm not going to
goodbye
say
and then
that.
being
We're not
right
going to
next
address
each
it.
Fuck.
Fucking maps, bud. You guys are heading to the same fucking direction.
God, don't you hate it when you say goodbye to someone in a parking lot and then you have to walk the same
and then you
direction?
walk to the same direction for the car? Yeah,
It's the
that's
worst.
exactly what's going on.
It's like, go
Right.
away.
Bye. Oh, you're going the same way. Oh, okay.
Go away.
All right, Dylan. As you guys move and you realize that they've come to a location where they need to start, they get up on the roofs and they've already started to head north. As you guys basically get to the courtyard area of the town, where the castle is separate from the rest of the city. There's a big open cobblestone field, and then there's the castle and its walls. You're coming at it from the north end, and you know that the front gate is around to the north. Northeast. You need to come at it from the east to find the main gates. And it's weirdly quiet. And the closer you get around to the front gate, you expect to see like a mass of angry peasants, right? Last time you spoke to Michael, you knew that he was taking basically an army of angry people to go take that gate down. And when you get there, you realize there's no one outside. There's just a lot of rubble. The large oak gates that you know usually are these strong barricaded doors that can be closed in instance of the sort of danger that you've seen in the city have been staved in. They're off their hinges. Something powerful came through here, and it looks, and when you peer in, you see a few peasants sort of milling around in the inner courtyard. Looks like they're just looking for stuff. Like, you see them picking through the rubble, and then you see that the door to the castle itself, the whole front end, has been also caved in, as if something was going to get in, and there was nothing that was going to stop it.
Fuck. Well, I'm gonna follow after that trail of destruction.
Yeah, we should probably also be cautious. Just saying.
Daedalus puts his hand on Dylan's shoulder. It's like, yeah, he's right. Are you ready for what you might find when we get in there?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Well, lad.
Hey, what'd I tell you? Stand up straight, chin up.
Yep.
If you're gonna walk into hell, go in there smiling.
Have done, will do, and can do again.
If we're going into hell, best to fool with them a bit, don't you think?
What does that mean, Bobp?
You know, I'm just thinking. But invisibility might just be in order.
I mean, it couldn't hurt. Are we sneaking in?
No. I'm not sneaking in on Julie. I'm not surprising her. I'm walking right up to her. No more tricks.
You're shot.
Sandra turns to Bobp, and she does ask Bobp, what are your goals here today? Because you should know that me and Dylan are here to protect and, if need be, subdue Julie.
And I will certainly help with that.
I'm just gonna talk to her.
She looks at Dylan, and you see her get she's this surrogate mother figure, but you know that there's a side of Sandra that's very no nonsense, and she turns to you and she's like, Dylan, we have to be prepared. She's been given power. Power has a price, and power means control.
No. You all have to be prepared to do what's necessary. I have to be her father. I'm not a guard. I'm not a captain. I'm just her dad right now.
Sandra turns to Daedalus and goes, can you tell him what I'm getting at? And she's like, you're the one who fights demons. Tell him what we're dealing with. And Daedalus turns to her and he says, no, he gets it. I think for the first time I can honestly say Dylan gets it. Bobp, any words of wisdom?
Go cut the gemstone, Dylan. It's the only thing left to you.
Dylan's gonna put a hand on Bob's shoulder and just nod.
As Dylan does that, I heft up my hammer and nod back at him.
Please don't hit everyone in my line with a hammer. You've already got me.
It's only when you needed it.
Bobp. Are you finally using me in a way of non-violence, Bobp?
I forgot the hammer talks to him.
Well, we'll see. Well, it all depends on what he does.
What are you going to create if you keep knocking things down?
Something that stands in their place. Something grand. I have a few plans drawn out. Hopefully,
You always start with a plan, lad.
Hopefully they're not ruined. I hope the siphon drains are working. Oh.
Bobp, who held up his hammer and then his eyes glazed over, everybody's just... Are you okay, Bobp?
You guys know if he's good?
I think he's okay.
I shake my head.
That hammer's not cursed, is it?
No, everything's fine. Let's do this. And I crack my knuckles. Pop my back.
Uses
Divine sense.
Divine sense, yeah. Daedalus uses divine sense. The hammer's good, but something is inside the castle. Guess we need that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Let's do this.
Well, Dylan, lead the way.
All right. As you move through the castle, you immediately come to this tangled web of like hallways and stuff, because this castle is built like an old school one with lots of halls and things in that. You know that there's like a direct path to like the throne room. Where exactly would you go, Dylan? Because you have only spent a little bit of time here, and it's usually as a member of the nobility. Like the few times even when you were pretending to be someone else, you still came in through the front entrance and went to the council chamber.
I guess I'm trying to think where a kid would go, and I'm probably gonna go to the throne room.
Okay, so you simple. You move through this, and you see that every time there is a wall or a shut door, it's been shattered. There's a giant just hole where it used to be. As you pass various halls in like the ruins, you see that there are a lot of peasants who are milling through and just taking shit out of the hallways. They're peeling apart the suits of armor. They're peeling the gold off of the chairs, and like the just artwork just been ripping off. And you see people that are running past you, and you get to one location on your way in, and you see Michael. God damn it, we're not here to loot, we're here to get what we need. And what we need is not money and gold, it's respect. You guys are stop it. And you see a few of his people are like just slapping items out of people's hands. It's like, get in line. We need to figure out how to get through this door. And down the hallway, you do see one lone palace guard who's like squared up at the throne room door. And he's standing away from, like, there's some distance between him and Michael and his people. But he looks like he's just, like, this guy he's at a loss. He doesn't know what he's doing. And roll perception.
So that's 27.
27. While I tell him that, Strana, give me a perception as well. So, Dylan, you see that at the end of the hall. That's Eric, Jennifer's brother.
I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
We're starting out awesome with the dice rolls. That's a nat 1,
somewhere
Jay.
in the crowd is a small child dressed in a page's outfit who's looking through like a secret passage, who's trying to go psst, psst at Bobp, and you don't see it.
Dylan's gonna walk towards Generic.
Generic sees you coming and raises his sword at you, and then he kind of lowers it a little bit. Dylan Bennett?
Hey guy, how you doing?
Are you here? Are you here to kill the regent, the king?
Dylan's gonna just walk straight up to him and get close to him.
He tries to put the sword between you and him. Declare what you're here for.
Dylan's just gonna put a hand up and gently push it away.
Roll a persuasion, I guess. I don't know really.
Not bad. 18 total.
Okay, he's shaking, and as you don't show any hostile action, right? You're just calmly lowering his sword, and you lower it, and he kind of lets you do that, but he's like, "Are you here to help?"
Yes. Right now, I'm here to help you.
Okay. Are they gonna? He nods behind you toward Michael and the.
I'll take care of it, Jen. And he's gonna reach forward and like pull off the palace guard patch and all that. Go
Okay.
home. That's an order.
They're locked inside with someone. Someone got in, and he points at it, and you realize that the bolts and like the metal has been melted.
I know. I'll take care of it, Jen. Go home.
Oh,
Take care of your family.
thanks.
Okay.
And Jen drops his sword and moves toward Michael, who they all square up and they stare at him, and he puts his hands up, and
I throw his patch, like his palace guard patch, at Michael. He doesn't work here.
Not now, anyway.
it's like, yeah, we'll find him later if we have to.
He's
And the guy goes, he just like shakes his head and like starts moving around, but they're sort of letting him.
just a man who's going home to protect his family. That's it.
So what are you doing here?
I'm here to take care of my family.
Who's your family? So, who's the girl? She came in like a blessed wind and ended the siege, but she wasn't on our side.
That's my daughter, and I'm gonna take her home.
You better hurry. So,
And Michael,
yeah.
I apologize for earlier. I was in a lot of emotions, and I apologize.
Yeah, Michael's just like, I Thanks, I guess. Bobp?
Oh, I was gonna say, while Dylan's doing that, I'm rubbing my chin and hemming and hawing over these melted bolts as I am casting mend.
Yeah, I brought the transmutation wizard. We might be good here.
Inside's the deuce. You know that he's Oz, right?
Sure, but if I can ask for one thing, put him on trial. Show them you're better than him.
Roll persuasion.
God, please don't fuck me like you did with Brandon Dice. Please! That's a 20 total. A dirty 20.
A dirty 20. It's a good time for one. So he says, we are better than them. No, you're right. We all get a little heated. You're right. Thanks. He turns to his group, is like, all right, so he's going to help us get in there. We're going to let him lead out of respect for what he's done today and what his family seems to have done today. And then we'll put him on trial. But you better beat your girl, because I think... And right as he says that, you hear a scream from inside. Yeah, she doesn't seem to be taking prisoners.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
I'm gonna... at this point, I'll look over at Bobp. Can you make a hole?
How big a hole do you want?
Just enough to get through.
I guess prep one hole.
All right. Yeah, you can transmute fucking mundane material, right?
Into, like, clay.
I feel like the door to the throne room is... It's going to have some magic in it, so I'm going to make you make an Arcana roll, or an engineering roll? I know...
I don't know
you're trained in this, whatever it is, because I feel like either way it's going to be in your wheelhouse.
And intelligence with proficiency.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, make an intelligence with proficiency. I feel like between transmutation, engineering,
and Bobp being Bobp.
Bobp, yeah, this is definitely Boss wheelhouse, but I do want you to make a roll because you realize that there is some enchantment in this door. It is made stronger than normal.
Okay. Let's see, 17 plus. Yeah, we're good.
Oh.
We're at like 26, something like that.
Holy fuck!
You know, Bobp, you know that they always put a lot of work into the face of the door. They put a lot of work into the latches, but people always neglect the frame and the hinges every time. Every single time. They think that it's enough, and it's never enough.
As I look at the door, I sigh at it and I go, they always use half-pin barrel hinges. Why do they keep using these?
Fucking Pirates of the Caribbean.
Always. Here, just a second. We just have to, let me just melt this pin, that pin, that pin. You ready? Because this is about to come down.
Yep.
Everybody else ready? Jay, you want to sound off for everybody else?
Yeah. I'm ready, Bobp. Do what you need to do. And Sandra says, yes, Bobp, please. Go for it. 3, 2, 1.
Click.
Grimm, Roy, you guys make it easy through town. There's not a lot going on. That being said, Grimm, you've come back in. You've been coming back into your power. There's very little between you and the full fairy lord that you once were. You are a high-level character. You are equivalent to a powerful archfey. You can't go toe-to-toe with one of the four, but you are a strong being in the land of Fae, and you have felt the full amount of your power come back to you recently, which also means that your perceptions are no longer clouded by this mortal plane. And as you move through, you see not only the city of Griffinport flooded, ruined, parts of it that were burned, now extinguished. You see patches of starlight in the storm. You see alleyways that, even though they're underwater, they're not underwater. You see that there are fairies moving beneath the water as if they're on land. You see hunting parties moving around. And you can sense this hunger, this land of Fae where nothing is stagnant. Everything is always alive, even in the depths of winter or autumn. There is danger everywhere.
Yeah.
And you know that the worlds are bleeding through in Griffinport. Like, the merging has begun here.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, you won't need to be a fairy. And by soon, I mean hours, minutes. You just know that you won't need to be a fairy to see these beings. Let's say, Roy, do me a favor and roll perception.
That is a big 12.
It's enough. It's not hard. Out of the corners of your eyes, you start to see flashes of things that when you turn, they're not there. Things that go bump in the night. Things out of fairy tales. You see flashes of color and light. And you see trees where there should be a street sign. You see men on horseback with dark wooden skin. But as soon as you turn to look at them, they're not there. And Avil goes, Roy, are you seeing these?
I don't. Kinda? What's going on?
The further we go into Griffinport, the further into Fae we seem to be slipping.
You're beginning to see it too, then. The bleed. We are at the point of impact, and the bleed has become intense here.
Grimm looks over at you and his skull's all lit up, even though he's not casting any magic.
You're all lit up over there.
He removes one of his gloves and he sees the markings on his skeleton hand. And he goes,
As I said, we get closer.
I immediately look down and I'm like, do I look different?
We talked about a long time ago that your eye colors changed, right?
Yeah.
That they're an icy blue now.
Mm-hmm.
You put in his contacts.
Let me pitch this to you, Ryan. As you have changed into Fae, what changes do you think might happen? Or do you want to happen?
Oh gosh.
I don't want to take agency over your character's look.
I've fully never thought about it.
Yeah, I didn't think about it either, but it's a solid question.
Fuck.
Roy, as you think about it, like you're kind of looking around. You also notice that Mullion keeps jerking his head to the left and right. Like he keeps thinking he sees something, but it's never there for him at all. He just feels uneasy.
Guys, are we being watched or stalked or something? I see you talking. Is there something I need to know?
Grimm looks over at him and he says,
Please.
There'll be traces in the corners of your vision of something you can't quite see.
Yeah,
And soon,
definitely happening.
it'll be something you can see. Fae and the mortal plane are melding. That's the reason for all of this.
as Grimm motions to the storm and everything around him.
Yeah, the fairy stories and stuff, right? But, like, they're like you, right? Fairies are, problematic, but the good guys, they're gonna be... I don't need to be alarmed.
At this stage, I'm uncertain how long before they can affect you and you can affect them. But fairies are closer to nature, so approach them as you may a wild animal.
Oh,
Not always dangerous, but cautious.
no, that works. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I can work with that. Everybody's a wild animal when you got them cornered. I'm used to that. All right.
Good. Let's continue on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say as like outwardly, the only real noticeable thing that has happened is that obviously my eye color changed. I'll say that my spells probably have a bit of more of an icy blue aura about them when I cast them, but also inwardly, now that it's been pointed out to me more, I feel like if anything, at least in more natural areas, I feel like my senses are more attuned.
You feel alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's more of a feeling.
Like I hear like small noticeable things that I probably wouldn't have noticed before. Things smell slightly different.
Yeah, I think I like the idea that, like, looking at yourself to see if you see a difference, it's not something that you might necessarily notice, but I think people looking at you realize that Roy moves just, like, quick. It's not that he's faster, it's just that every movement he makes is that, like, fairy flitting thing.
Yeah.
Like it looks like the wrong speed.
Like I was already
that-
I'm already like weird agile as a rogue, but it's like it looks more animalistic at this point.
Exactly. So, you guys move forward, and as you look around, Ryan, you see you don't really, like, you look at yourself and you don't really notice big differences. Like we said, like it's really subtle. It's your spells which you haven't cast yet, and it's the way you move, which you're not super aware of in general.
Mm-hmm.
But you do turn and you look at Evan and you realize that Evan's fucking got goat legs now. Like, that his, like, sort of very mortal demeanor has very much melted away. His horns are more pronounced. He has, like, the full-on little antlers coming from his head. Ah, yes. I guess it's... The glamours are melting away. Not so much necessary anymore.
Evan, honestly, I like this look on you more.
Thank you. I've definitely grown accustomed to it.
It was nice to see what you looked like when I found you in the forest for a little while.
Yes. It was a nice blast from the past, but it's definitely nice to feel comfortable with who I've become. And it's nice to be back.
Indeed.
I turn to Avil and I'm like, am I gonna I'm not gonna get like goat legs, right?
The land of fairy affects everyone differently, Roy. You could get horns. You could become goat-legged. You could see very little change. You could look fairly elven or halfling or human, as I do. As I said, it depends on your personality. I'm not certain. There's no hard and fast rule.
Well, Roy is the goat, so...
Boom.
Damn.
Grimm,
Said best.
fuck. Son of a bitch. Grimm turns, because Aviel always speaks out loud now. Grimm turns as you're moving and looks at you, and as he turns, several of his teeth have turned into fangs, and he went,
Or you could look like this.
and he smiles at you,
Those are
and he
unsettling. Thank you.
turns back forward and continues his forward momentum.
As we continue forward, Roy begins to picture a weird like bill on his face, like a goose. It's like, what if that happens?
Why are we suddenly in an anime?
God.
He is the
Okay.
goose.
I'm broken. Hold on. All right. So you guys move through the city.
Hey, if you mess with the Canada goose, you're messing with me, and I think you should let that marinate.
Yeah,
Let that marinate. You guys move through the city, and like I said, you don't run into a lot. There's just this sense of unease, this sense of the city is more live than you've felt. The rain pours down, and then you move through patches where, like, beams of starlight, which is something that happens in storybooks, right? You don't actually see beams of starlight in the real world, but hey, there they are. Glittering and reflecting off of Grimm's head and shining into the sky, you see everything just feels magical and scary. And soon you come to the poor sector of town, and you realize that you're starting to head back up a hill. Or at least the water and the tops of the houses get to a point where you have to probably find a way to jump or paddle or swim a little bit to get to one rooftop to another because it's getting pretty bad. But then the houses start to peek back up out of the water again. It's easier and easier to move across again. It takes a while. In fact, there's actually a section right around where you realize this is the Church of Moors, because poking out of the water are these gothic gargoyles and skulls and memento mori that decorated the Church of Moors.
That's wild to me, only because I always pictured the Church of Moors as this very, like, tall cathedral.
Like a gothic.
That's where you get to. There's a period where the houses get fully underwater, almost, and then you come to the edge where that church is, that fully goes up out of the water, and it's just like the top half of it.
Okay.
Because even though that is one of the taller buildings in its area, it's also in the deepest section of Griffinport. You come across the Church of Moors, and that helps you ground yourself for where you are in the city, because it's been a little weird. Molian feels like he's getting lost without the streets to guide him. But you guys find the Church of Moors, and you know that past the Church of Moors, you're going to hit the poor sector, which at this point is definitely going to be underwater, until you find that hill, hopefully, that isn't under.
Where's Kilrath?
Oh, Molian's carrying him.
Oh,
Definitely.
Okay, good.
For most of the way, yeah.
I was worried about that because I
Yeah,
don't
no,
I don't know
definitely.
that he can jump like we can.
Oh yeah, he's an athletic dog. He's a big dog. You ever seen a dog jump a fence? They can jump.
The wind's like blowing on Kilrath, so his tongue's like hanging out.
Yeah.
So he's like Hercules from the Sandlot.
Let me tell you, I've seen some big dogs move quite gracefully in my
Yes.
day.
Yeah. He most of the time the dog's hopping from building to building, but every once in a while Molian's carrying Kelrad.
And every once in a while, he's doing the old doggy paddle.
And you know why? Because Molian's the only one who's fucking strong enough in your whole group to do so.
This is very true.
It's not me.
It
It's
wasn't
definitely
gonna
not
be
me.
I love Kilrath. I wasn't gonna waste a polymorph to carry him roof to roof.
No, don't need to.
Aw, come on.
Kelrath's a dog, bud. They can swim.
They float.
Anyway, exactly. So, as you guys move through, you realize that you're passing the Church of Moors.
Grimm doesn't really stop. As he passes it, he goes,
Things are bad.
and if anything, he presses on faster, just because he knows that time is running away from him.
Yeah.
We're walking by, and I'm like, Grimm, look, we're passing your house now. It's like we're passing everyone's house.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Though if you could see my house one day, oh, you would be amazed.
Yeah, we're definitely going to go to your house one day. Now I would like to go.
You know what? Fuck it. I have to be real with this. The map shows that after you get past that, it's underwater. The buildings down in the poor district are not tall enough to be out of the water anymore. You see a few miles of just open water that's slowly heading towards sea. It's not like a rapid river or anything. It's more like a slowly moving lake. But yeah, there's no easy way. It's time to swim, guys.
Grimm's pretty fey at this stage. Grimm is like, oh man, this will be a weird reference. Grimm is not very heavy, so he doesn't break surface tension easily. So he just pops and just touches for the smallest second.
Fuck.
It's kind of like Brooke from One Piece, but different.
I was thinking very much along the same lines.
Yep.
I don't know what that means.
Yo ho 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 ho.
Nah, I'm just.
Anyways,
I was gonna say that I'm popping, fucking you reappear, and then you're barely touching the water, and you are immediately teleporting again.
yep.
Okay.
You're just constantly teleporting across the water, but that would be bad for Mullion and Kilrath, and I don't feel good about that. How much will you let me Ray of Frost across
All of it.
for Mullion and Kilrath?
You can't
Will you
frozone
will
this
you let
bitch.
me fucking Iceman across this thing?
Yeah. All right. So, like I said, you guys are powerful archfey. Grimm, you step of the wind this shit with Evan and move across. And Roy, you're about to realize that you might be able to do that too. You step down on a patch of water, and the cold from your feet just makes it solid, like a lily pad.
Oh. All right. Well, rad.
Avil looks at it and goes, I am so in love with that and alarmed at how powerful Fey magic is right now.
That is awesome. Wait, so when it rains on me, am I like just consistently getting pelted by hail now?
Yes.
Rad. Not
No, the
as
drops
rad.
the drops hit you, so it's not hail when it hits you, but it bounces off as hail.
That's annoying. I'm gonna put my hood up, but either way, we're gonna continue on, I guess. So yeah, I walk across like normal and just freeze the ground so Mullion and Kilrath can follow.
They make balance checks, but they do that. They move if you move at a slow enough speed, it's not too hard for them.
Wild. Awesome. Cool. Let's go.
All right, so you guys come across the hill. The houses start to poke back up, and as that happens, you also see that like the storm has stopped here. It's a calm, cold, early autumn night here, and in the distance you see a dome of energy as what looks like a teeming, flying flock of what appears to be birds, except they give off light. And you see that there's other things that team around the outside edges of it. And roll perception.
Oh shit. 18 plus 2.
You see that there are people inside the dome. A couple of dark-robed figures are around the outside edges, maintaining this dome. It looks like they're holding off a bit of an attack. And there are a bunch of people inside the dome on this hill. What do you do?
Well, I don't see all of that. I only see a portion of that. with
You
my
saw the
10
first part that I
overall.
said.
I relay what I see to Grimm.
Well, I think that's where we're needed.
Yeah, do you think we should just head on in? Should we try and... I mean, I guess there isn't really a good way to sneak around.
I think sneaking's out the door on this one. Let me try something new. Well, old and new.
And Grimm just tries to like kind of go in there with authority and address the Fae.
Okay. So there is the moment you kind of head toward this hill, this patch of no rain. Immediately you feel an energy, Grimm. Sweeping around one side of the dome is a large hobgoblin or elven creature. It is some sort of fey creature that is not of the material plane, aboard a large horse. It is dressed in a plate mail of dark brown, and it carries a spear, and it charges forward, and you know that this is not the Lord of Autumn, but an aspect of him. And you feel the call of the Wild Hunt. At just the moment you see him, it tugs at your heart. I need you to roll a will save as this group of fairies thunder around the dome.
12.
A 12?
Oh, plus my will. 13.
He says he has a plan, and he starts to move forward with purpose. And then Grimm's gait changes in front of everyone, and he starts to just walk across this rooftop toward this group, and he's starting to pick up speed as he walks away from you guys. Roy, you feel like something's off.
Grimm, are you okay? Grimm? Avil?
Inside your head, Grimm, is a calling, a joyful, rapturous thrill. You want to catch and chase and hunt and feast. It's time to gorge for the winter. You keep moving toward the group. Roy, what do you do?
I'm going to teleport in front of him and attempt to shake him. Grimm? Hello?
So you jump in front, you try to grab him by his arm as he's moving forward with more and more purpose. He's like almost getting into a sprint. You grab him by the arm. Grimm, go ahead and roll another wisdom save. Mullion, hey, what's going on?
I don't know, hold on.
5.
It's the call of the Wild Hunt, Roy. He wants to join.
What would be my best course of action
Grimm,
here?
something is stopping you from chasing, hunting, joining the hunt. What do? The smaller fairy has you by the arm.
I push it away.
Roll contested strength.
This will be a fun one.
Yeah. Take my -1, you fool. 10.
7.
He's not strong enough. You break free and you push him away, and now you're running toward the group. Mullion is running up with Kelrath. Roy, what's going on, man? What are we doing? What's he doing? Where's he going?
He's trying to join the hunt, and then I will turn
The what?
and immediately I will try to whip him with Catch This and teleport him back.
Okay. Roll that attack.
That is 11 plus 11.
Oh yeah, hits.
Yeah. You feel a sting around your waist, Grimm. Roll another wisdom save. As you feel the sting and you appear 15 feet back from where you are. In front of you again is Roy.
Fucking 11.
Nope, in front of you again is a small fairy, who once again is in the way.
I force my way around him.
Evan, what the hell?
Evan looks at the group running around the side, and you see that he's got this glazed over look in his eyes, and he hasn't spoken, and the moment you yell at him, he shakes his head, and he looks at Grimm. He's like, he wants to join the hunt.
Help me.
Yes, will do. Lord Grimm, hello? We have things to do. Shit. Grimm starts moving past you. Grimm, you're only a little ways away from the hunt. You see, as things are going, as you get closer, you see that there is this refugee that is trying to swim, and you see that a section of the dome that they have thrown up is like washed away, and you see that this guy's running for the dome. And you see that the hunt has moved past him, but you see that this guy is trying to escape, and you can't help but feel like you could catch him before he gets to safety.
If I can't help but feel it.
I keep giving you will saves. Make another one.
I'm going to before he does so, I'm going to cast message and yell Grimm in his brain. See if he can get advantage from that.
Grimm, you made a pact. Roll with advantage.
Does a 15 do anything for me?
You shake your head a little bit. There's a moment of like clarity, and you realize that you don't need to kill that guy. Like, you don't need to hunt him. He's not what you're doing. He's not what you're here for. And you realize that you just got that message in your head. You finally hear Roy break through.
I turn and look at Roy.
I'm gonna say you're a little dazed. You're kind of in between.
I hear Roy in my head, and I think, hunt.
Now that he has slowed down, I'm going to actually walk up to him and slap him in the face. I'm going to jump up to hit him.
Roll me a jump check. He is 6'6" and 1/6. You're like 3 foot. Nothing.
What do you want, Dex? Athletics?
Yeah, I do.
That is a 15.
Congratulations, you slap Grimm in the face. Grimm, roll another will check with advantage. God, it's wisdom to me. I will never say what. Oh no, I said it right that time. Fuck.
Yeah, you're right. I wasn't gonna take that from you, but it was so funny.
Thank you, Randall. All right.
I was like, oh, he's dumb, but he's got it right.
19.
Okay. Second time today you've been slapped, Grimm. Shakes you right back to your fucking bones.
Seriously?
I turn to look at you like, how dare...
Sorry.
Get your shit together.
It's intoxicating.
It is.
It's a feeling that maybe one day you'll understand, but hard to resist.
Hey, if that's what it does, I hope not to.
Wild Hunt
Someday
puberty.
your voice is going to lower a register and you're going to grow hair in places you didn't expect.
And then you'll want to kill anyone and everyone within a 5-mile vicinity of you.
Teenagers. As this happens, the tail of the Wild Hunt circles around the dome and goes out of sight.
Are you good?
Yes.
Focus up.
Yes, I'm back. I'm focused. And I think it's time that I stop letting myself be controlled.
I'm gonna turn into this Wild Hunt thing, and I'm gonna try to grab it by the reins, grab it by the short and curlies, make it my bitch.
Evan says, so you're going to take control of it by leading into it?
Yes, sort of.
Perfect. He pulls the sword out, which he has sharpened, and he's like, you probably need this.
I think I will.
And I grab a hold of it.
And the wall comes down, because we didn't fix the door. We took the fucking hinges off the wall. The frame comes out of place under Bopp's direction. And inside this large chamber that you know is the throne room and the council chamber, you find the Deuce at the end of the room, cowering, placing a throne between himself and a massive dog. Bony protrusions have begun to poke through its skin, and green spittle flies from its mouth as it snaps and he barks at the Deuce. Close by, Brandon can be seen hovering in midair, racked and stretched by tendrils of red energy. Before him stands an unassuming and deceitfully small girl, with her fist clenched and an outstretched arm toward the helpless royal guard. Where are you keeping Akara? I don't know who that is. Liars! You guys know everything. You're in charge. Well, you were. And then she closes her outstretched hand tighter, and Brandon begins to scream again.
Julie!
You see, she sort of glances over her shoulder, like she recognizes somebody said her name, but she's like, I'll deal with you next, whoever you are.
Julie! It's me.
Dad?
Hi.
Nothing changes. She just sort of turns her body a little bit to look at you. But Brandon still stays in the air.
Julie, he doesn't know anything.
Yes, he does.
No.
This is the leader of the city. He knows. He knows what's going on. He knows where Akara is.
Julie. Let him down.
She glances past you at Daedalus, and if he doesn't tell me, I'll ask him next.
Julie. Let him down. No one can escape you. Okay? Just let him down for right now, okay?
Why? Why should I? I'm in control of my power. And she nods at Sandra. And Sandra closes her eyes and goes, no, you aren't.
It's not your power, it's his.
What's the difference? She squeezes again, and she's like, it fixes things. I can get what I want.
This isn't fixing it. I'm gonna start walking closer to her. I'll kind of gesture for everybody else to stay back, a little behind me.
Daedalus looks alarmed, but he nods. Sandra, she kind of starts to step forward and roll a persuasion, and it's about like tone of voice to see if like you moving forward doesn't spook her.
15 total.
Okay, so you move forward. You see that she steps forward, and and you see that Brandon, like, the tendrils flash, and Brandon cries again, and then Sandra stops after like one step. She looks at Brandon, and then she looks at you. Why do you care anyway? This man's been trying to hurt you. They all have been trying to hurt you. I just did what you did. I got help to get what I wanted.
They're trying to hurt me because I hurt them, Julie. I was wrong. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I'm so sorry. I was wrong. And I haven't said that enough.
Well, you aren't wrong. You just didn't let me do what you were willing to do, and that was just holding me back. And I am gonna do what I need to do. He said that he helped you out, and now he's helping me. And
Julie,
when she says he, it's like capital H. You know who she means.
Yeah. Julie, he didn't help me. He made me worse. He took everything that made me good, and he made me into what he wanted.
I'm not worried about being good.
You should. Because one day, you're gonna wake up doing something that you can't undo. You're gonna wake up regretting something that you can't take back.
Roll persuasion.
Please don't fuck me, dice. It's the dice that Ryan gave me. Oh, 21.
Fuck yeah. Go
Yeah.
dice.
Fuck yeah, the Dylan die.
So you see like the red energy dies down a little bit around Brandon. She's like, that's fine, I won't hurt him if he tells me what I want. Because I was only one person that I want to hurt. And it's Akara. She hurt me, and I'm going to get back at her. And I know that you want to protect her, Dad, but and I forgive you for that, but I won't. I'm going to find her, and I'm going to get my revenge.
Julie, you don't have to forgive her, but you don't have to become like him, like her, like I was.
What were you?
I was a murderer.
And? Everyone we know has killed people. Some of the Fleet Street kids have had to hurt people to survive. It's dog eat dog out there, Dad. I know that you adopted me at 10, but you forget that
I killed a good man. I killed a father. I killed a husband. I killed a good man who did nothing wrong.
Brandon, you see Brandon, who's the tendrils have like let up on him, is like he's eyeballing you and he's listening.
And I can't undo that. Because I thought it was the right thing to do, because it was another step towards killing whoever took everything from me. But it wasn't right, and I can't undo it, and I hate myself because I can't fix that. There's a child out there that's gonna grow up without a father because of me. And he told me it was the right idea.
Sandra takes one step forward, puts her hand on her back, and whispers behind you, "You're doing very well. Take a deep breath." She's listening. She's at a loss. She doesn't say anything back.
Julie, I don't want you to become like I was. I don't even want you to become like who I am now. I was teaching you, like, I hate Willin so much, but I was doing everything he did to me. Do your duty, throw money at the problem, have someone else raise them, and it was wrong. I should have been there, and I should have told you I was wrong earlier, but I was ashamed.
Your money helped you. I got to go learn magic. You didn't mean to give me this, but you gave me the ability to make everything right in my life, and now you're telling me that it's wrong, even though it's something that you did, and I don't understand.
I gave you this, and you're right. But I should have given you something better. I should have helped. I should have been better. And I'm so sorry.
I hesitate to do this, but there is another PC here. Bobp, how do you are handling this situation?
Well, I thumb into my pouch. In my hand is that probably nobody is noticing, but I'm twiddling a stone through my fingers. At the same time, you can see my eyes darting back and forth as if I was going over through some internal list. I gaze very intently at the at the one that's suspended in air.
Daedalus, you guys are kind of back from everything, so it's not like you need to be like too quiet about it, but Daedalus leans to you. Bobp, do you have an idea? Because maybe we should move to save lives. If he's got her distracted, we could move to at least protect the people, and then he can if we can get them to safety, they can handle it without the leverage.
Just keep an eye on them.
What can you do?
What do I still have in my pouch? Wait, I do have one thing. All right, I'm going to prep a teleport circle.
Okay.
Very carefully gather everyone that we need to get out of here now.
Okay, but how are we going to get everyone? There's still... And he nods to this very large dog that's still snapping at the deuce. I think I'm going to have to fight Dylan's dog, which I don't want to do.
It's like, come here. I put my hand on him, and I mutter a few words, and he goes a bit smoky.
Okay.
He's a gaseous form.
Motherfucker.
Okay. Wait, what do you do? Oh. Ooh. Okay. can you communicate in gaseous form, or you're gone?
No, you can communicate. So, the way this works is any willing creature you touch, along with everything that they're wearing or carrying, they turn into a misty cloud for the duration, which is my concentration up to 1 hour, or the spell ends if they drop to 0 hit points. However, they have a flying speed of 10 feet, that's their only movement, and you can occupy the space of another creature. So, unless it's magical damage, they don't get damaged. And you can seep through cracks and other stuff.
Okay.
But you can't
he turns into
talk.
a fucking cloud.
Yeah, you can't talk or manipulate, though. So basically, I'm just going, get to the other side, and I'll drop it.
He turns into this mist. I'm gonna say it's like a golden mist, and he sails up and over the conversation between Dylan and Julie, and he lights down behind the throne.
And as I see him do that, I blink, and he's solid again.
As he does that, the Deuce lets out a little yelp, but Daedalus rolled a fucking 18 on stealth, claps his hand over the Deuce's mouth, and says,
What a boy.
I'm getting you out of here, you asshole. Yeah, that's right. I cuss now.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Best character development so far.
But and then I'm gonna go ahead and do this, because even though he rolled well, it's a dog.
Yeah.
So, as you do that, Balthazar turns away from the Deuce for a little bit while this goes on, and that's how Daedalus gets by. And he sees you, and he snarls, and his lips are snarled at Dylan and the group. But Dylan, your passive perception notes this as well. His tail is wagging.
That's my boy.
But his face is vicious, but his tail is wagging.
Oh yeah.
There's very little of the dog you knew in the eyes. It's like going full
baby.
hellhound status, but yeah.
That's a baby right there.
Mm-hmm.
All dogs are babies.
So Brandon's lowering further and further to the ground as you talk to Julie, but Julie's like, I can't just get over this, and she turns and points to the fact that she has an ear missing.
I know. But Akara will face justice. She will, and she'll pay for not only your pain, but the pain of everyone she's hurt.
It's not about justice, it's about I want to hurt her.
I know. I wanted to find who hurt me, and I wanted to...
Did you find him?
I did.
What'd you do?
He's alive.
Did you try?
I did, but I stopped myself. Because if I were to kill him and do everything that he did to me, to him, it wouldn't bring back everything I lost. It wouldn't fill the hole in my heart. It wouldn't...
Then what will? I'm angry.
I wish there was a simple solution. I wish there was a simple answer to get rid of that feeling, to get rid of that pain, but it's time and love and just being better than the monsters they tried to make you. Julie, there's no simple solution. There's no set of instructions I can give you. There's no blueprint. The pain that you have may never fully fade away. It may get easier to carry, and maybe some days you won't even think about it. But the only thing that I've ever found in life that helps me isn't hurting other people, not even the people that have hurt me. It never helped. What helped was the people around me. Sandra, Daedalus, Roy, Bruce, Bobp, Sobobos, hell, even Grimm and Avil. They helped show me that pain's a part of your life. It's unavoidable, but it doesn't have to define you. It doesn't have to force you to make choices you don't want. You get to control what your life is, not anyone else. No god, no devil, no person. You get to choose what you get to be.
Roll persuasion.
Alright, real quick. This is the dice. Ryan got me. Ryan, I need some good juju right now.
Sending it out, bud.
Oh, come on.
Oh god, I'm so scared.
I crit!
Fuck!
It's about fucking time, you good boy.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna cry! I'm gonna cry.
So-
I've never been happier.
So as you say this, Brandon falls from the sky. You see that Balthazar starts to snap and turns back around the throne. Daedalus runs out with fucking the deuce over his shoulder and is running toward Brandon to try to pick him up as this towering beast of animal starts snapping at him. And she turns around and says, "Balthazar, stop!" And it lets out a whine and looks at her like quizzical dog style. "Dad?"
Yeah.
"I'm not a little kid."
No.
"Can we talk about what you've been through? I think it might help me."
Yeah. Yeah, we can.
And you see Daedalus is like shuffling the two away to the side. Bobp.
Yes.
You look and she seems to be gathering things together. What have you been up to?
I've reached once again into my pouch, and I've pulled out a cocoon.
And?
How far away is the dog?
Close enough.
Okay. I began casting small words. I need the dog to make a DC 17 wisdom check.
Okay.
For what?
I don't know. What does... Failed.
It turns into a golden retriever puppy.
Gasp.
You can just change something's...
Yes, polymorph.
Polymorph.
Yep.
Okay.
One action, 60 feet, concentration up to 1 hour.
Okay. You change Balthazar into a puppy.
He's always been a puppy.
Yeah, a smaller puppy.
Okay, I just want to hear it.
Yes. Balthazar is now a cute, floppy-eared golden retriever puppy.
He started as a mastiff, became a hellhound, now he's a golden retriever. This is...
It immediately jumps into Julie's arms and starts yapping at Bobp.
That's a good puppers.
Dylan's gonna walk over to Julie. Let's go home. Our new home.
What, Dad? Where the hell is that? Have you seen it outside?
I remember a cabin.
She looks immediately like she's like nervous as shit, and she starts to be like, I kind of made an ass of myself on the way in here. And she like puts a hood up on this cloak she's got.
Yeah, you take after your dad a lot.
Ugh, ew. I thought it was supposed to be genetics. That was a word I
Nope.
learned.
No, it's contact, stupid.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, don't worry, you got your mom. She balances everything.
Brandon is standing up and pushes away from Daedalus, and he yells, "Hold on!"
Yes.
Dad, I could still kill him.
No. No, it's fine.
Tell me how William Dimitri died.
Lord Azazel said if I killed him, I could use his face.
And so you did.
I didn't know fully what I was doing, but yes.
He looks around. He looks like warily at Julie, and the deuce starts piping up. "Brandon, arrest him. He just admitted to crime. He's against the crown. Everything. Get him now." Daedalus jerks the deuce by the back of his collar. He's like, "You can't stop the royal decree." Watches. But Brandon is still staring at you.
If you want, we can talk later.
I whisper a little message that goes only to his ears. You don't have a standing here anymore.
Bop all about that nobility bullshit.
Talking to Brandon or the deuce?
The deuce.
Okay. Bobp, roll intimidate.
19. Natural.
Okay.
19.
Deuce shuts up. The deuce shuts up because the deuce has had a rough day. Brandon does turn. He's like, "I think I need answers now. What is all that? Why? Why did my friend die? Where is the king?
King Roland is currently with Thane Stroke.
He's alive?
And healthy.
Good chums, the two of them.
What?
The Deuce had been poisoning the king for a while to weaken his body so he could take the throne. If I'm honest, I assumed you were a party to it.
Roll persuasion.
Please, not again. Hey, 22!
Jesus.
These were the good rolls I needed before.
Brandon turns to the deuce. I wasn't If I see you again, you are under arrest. But I can only carry one person to the dungeons today. And he turns to the deuce. The next time I see you, Dylan, I will arrest you or kill you.
That is fair.
As you walk away, you hear Brandon saying, Robert the Second, brother of King Roland, I place you under arrest for high treason.
Thank you, Brandon.
He doesn't answer you, but he looks over his shoulder and nods.
Then I'm going to scoop up my daughter in my arms. I think it's time for us to leave.
Sure, Dad. And she kind of just deflates like a kid who's been way too active. Sugar rush is over. There's a puppy in her arms. She is in your arms. The puppy is in her arms. And you guys turn to leave. Sandra turns to leave with you, and she also deflates. Vespera, I didn't think this was going to go that well.
Dylan just smiles at Sandra and goes, what? You didn't have faith?
Fuck you.
Cheeky lad.
Let's go.
I feel that was a very overdue fuck you. Bobp, I think I have done my service to king and country, and so, as a friend, could you go help save our other guys?
I think it might be time to do that.
Sandra turns to Dylan and is like, are you sure that we're just going to walk away?
It may not be best for everyone, but it's best for us. They'll understand.
Daedalus pipes up. They're going to have help. Don't worry, I'm going to catch up with them.
Oh yeah, I figured I'd even need to tell you. I figured you're about to go fuck some people up.
Yeah. Hey Dylan.
Yeah.
You made me proud.
I think I've had enough pride to last a lifetime, thank you.
Nah, man, it's not about pride. It's about making someone else proud. It's a completely different thing.
Well...
And he doesn't have any fucking stake in it.
Thank you, Daedalus. And, thank you.
Thank you. And get the fuck out of here. Go get ice cream or something.
Yeah, no, we gotta go. Sandra, we're bouncing.
Bobp, you and Daedalus turn to Brandon, who is placing the deuce in manacles.
Oh, it's a good thing I was sending this teleport circle to the dungeon the dwarf hold.
The dwarven dungeons. Excuse me, but I don't think that's gonna work. Brandon says, he needs to be kept under our... Well, he looks around. I guess my...
Look, you can go with them. There's reason.
The deuce made the deal with the if the deuce made the deal with the dwarves, isn't it going to fall apart when they find out he's a treasoner? When they find out he's a traitor?
That's a good point. Bring him here.
Sure.
I picture in my mind a voluptuous redhead. I go.
What?
What?
Sometimes it's all a shell game. And I poke the deuce.
What?
I poke the deuce in the forehead. Have him make a DC 17 wisdom save.
Oh, fuck. No. Got a 15. You turn the deuce into a what? And now we're going to cut to a scene where a flash of light appears in Bopp's workshop down by the Thane. And stepping out of the portal is going to be Brandon, Bobp, and a what, Strana?
Voluptuous redhead with a wart on her nose.
Immediately, guards show up and go, what's going on? Why is this woman shackled?
Let's put it this way. Out of one king's dungeon into another.
Prisoner of war?
Yep. Informant, maybe.
All right. And this man is with you?
Yes.
And he nodded at Brandon.
Yes.
All right, we'll show you where to take her. And the woman is going, no, I'm not a woman. I'm Robert II. Who's Robert II? I'm the Deuce. I'm the Deuce. I'm the rightful ruler of Griffinport. Careful with this one. She's crazy.
Tricky one.
Hey Tavern Goers, thank you again for joining us for another adventure on Torchlit Tavern. Hopefully you've been listening to us up to our finale, but if not, you can find a summary of the story so far after episode 101. If you're looking for other ways to listen to us, you can find us on any podcasting service. Don't forget to rate, like, and review. It helps so much. We have no designs on any vast empire, but the more you help, the more we can share our small, silly story with others. If you wish to reach out to us, you can contact us directly at torchlittavern@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter. Jeff can be found at big_J_thebadman. Randall can be found at Argo Omega. Mitch can be found at Bane Armory. Ryan can be found at Ryan SCB Santos. And I am at Agent Beige. Our theme song was written and originally performed by Mason Santos. Sound effects used are from freesound.org with additional ambience from Sirenscape. Additional music used in this episode was from incompetech.com, used under the Creative Commons license, Attribution 4.0.
All music and sound effects for this episode were brought to you by Epidemic Sound. Check out our referral link to their website in the episode description. Additional sounds used in this episode were from freesound.org.
This episode was edited by Ryan Santos and Jameson Oxford. Thanks again for listening, and don't forget,
Heroes is boring.
And so with this new polymorph, you can just cut to like Dylan, Sandra, and fucking Julie riding a giant hellhound out of the city.
oh, because the concentration will wear off.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's...
Q escape from the city finally.
God.
No, we still don't have that.
I still haven't gotten the rights.
I know. Never
One
mind.
day.
I haven't
Next
learned how to
campaign.
play it acoustically.
Fuck, tell me when you learn how to play that shit acoustically. Oh, man. That seems
There you
wild.
go. All right. I think
Jokes aside, I think that's a wrap on Dylan.
Yeah, so everybody, that's a series wrap on Dylan. You know,
God.
wow.
Wow.
It's been really great to have you here, Dylan. It's been really great to Randall. I mean, we'll have you. We might have you come back for a cameo or something. But
Yeah.
Man, I am
You can.
upset that you didn't tell her I said hi.
fucking rude.
Oh wait.
Oh,
After
man.
credits, real quick. Wait. After credits, cut this
Cut
in.
me deep. Cut me deep.
Oh, real quick. After credits, real quick. Oh yeah, Julie. By the way, Roy said hi.
Oh, well, why didn't you just lead with that? I love Roy.
Oh.
That is a great. That's a great scene.